Hello and welcome, Virgo, to your July 2023 horoscope. I am Jeff. I am going to be your guide here for the month, where I'm going to walk you through all the influences and energies that are going on in astrology for you to give you better clarity and understanding of what's going on for each month. This is a new feature. Thank you very much for watching. I'm also going to apologize for getting this out late, but I needed a couple days off to go ahead and just stop everything that I'm doing. I run a spiritual crystal shop plus a healing center. We've got Reiki and all that good stuff there. And I rarely take time off because I love doing what I'm doing. But the universe was just like, dude, you are no good to anybody if you're not going to take some time off. So I apologize getting these out late, but I'm getting them out anyway. There's still plenty of time to get some clarity on what's going to be happening for you in July. And I just apologize for that. But you know what? I'm no good to anybody if I'm not recharging myself. And maybe you need to remember that too. Okay. But it was well worth it. It was a lot of fun. And I was able to, clear my head and get ready to do what I love, do astrology. So let's go ahead and do this. First of all, let's go ahead and take a look at your overall chart for the month of July. There we go. All right, so the beginning of the month starts off really good, fiery energy. This is hitting your fourth, your 12th, and your eighth house. So this is about getting some perspective, getting some things out. It's a good time to heal. All right. For the month, you are going to have the new and full moons happening in your fifth and 11th houses. So your fifth, ooh, what happened here? Okay. Your fifth and your 11th house. Your fifth house has to do with love. And if you did watch your tarot reading, which I hope you do after this or before, that there's a huge focus on love going on. So we're going to have the full moon in your fifth, which is going to illuminate a lot of things in your love life, having fun. The full moon was probably a lot of fun for you. And then the new moon is going to be taking place in the 11th house. And that's usually finding somebody in a group of people, meeting somebody in a group of people. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So what it looks like the focus is really clearing out our mental closet. With Venus and Mars in your 12th house, this has to do with all your subconscious, what's going on in your mind. And like I said, there's a lot of trines here. You got this opportunity to expand and change your ways of thinking, maybe letting go of a lot of ego, maybe telling yourself that you're doing too much, you need to slow down, that kind of thing. And Uranus kind of throws in this left curve, this left hook. Like, oh, damn, I didn't see that coming. You know what I mean? But it could be all be in fun and having spontaneity and getting out of your shell. That's another thing, too, is that the universe is kind of beckoning you to let go of some of these. Because let's face it, Virgo, there's a little bit of ego in there. You're not too far away from Leo, and that's the sign of ego. But you want to look at yourself and go, am I being too egotistical? Especially when it comes to love. Oh, I don't need it yet. We're going to talk about that soon. So we have the full moon happening in your fifth house. So many of you Virgos got out and partied. I hope you did, got it out of your system. But this is also illuminating some aspects on what do I need in love? What am I keeping out of my life? And don't forget that Pluto is now retrograded back into your fifth house. So it's asking you to get some better perspective, to communicate to the universe what you want and change your beliefs. You have a great opportunity to change your beliefs. And some situations may trigger you to do that. And it's all good energy. Don't worry about it. It seems like the earth signs have a little bit, although I just did Tauruses, and Taurus, they're either having a great month or it's a total shit show. I guess it's all in perspective, and I guess that's the way you can look at July for yourself too. So we have that full moon on the 3rd, and then we move forward to the 10th of July, where Mars, the planet of action, is actually going to be moving into your sign of Virgo. So what we got here is now you're actually getting things done. I believe that this is going to spark, because it goes into the first house of personality, that you're really going to be driven in a grounded way to get things done. I think there's going to be some travel there. I think you're going to be wanting to do some travel also. But around this time, around the 10th, you're really going to start making some concrete plans to either change your routine. This is when you get your hair or your nails did, like you got to make yourself a priority first instead of everybody else. All right. So then the next day, July 11th, your ruler, Mercury, the planet of communication, is moving into the sign of Leo. So you can see how, like, there's a trade off here, like we're moving out of this watery sign and then we're moving into a fire sign. And this is going to happen in your 12th house. So again, speak your truth. It is time to speak to the universe exactly what you want. And it's all going to be focused on relationships and love and groups of people and meeting new people. So get yourself out there. Ask the universe to provide it to you. If you open up to it, it is going to come to you, okay? So then we've got a beautiful sextile between the sun, which is going to be still in Cancer around this point right here, and it's going to be sextiling to Uranus. So that would be an excellent time to hang out with, that's Friday, July 14th. So that's an excellent time to get together with friends, an impromptu dinner party, something like that, somewhere near water. That would be really fun. And then we're having a great weekend. Like I said, just fun times. Communication is on point. And then the new moon on Monday, all the lunations and all the big stuff happens on Mondays to start your week off, It's going to be one hell of a month of Schmondays, you know what I mean? So then we have the new moon on the 17th, and that new moon is going to be happening in your 11th house. So again, this is almost building up to actually planning a party or having people over or making some plans, getting things concrete, making real decisions for the month. I see you planning parties, going out here, impromptu visits, people coming over, you going to people's houses, traveling little short trips. This is an excellent time for you to go ahead and explore your possibilities, because you really can't meet a new love if you're not in a different circle of people or friends or something. So this new moon is an excellent time to make some new friends, get out there, make yourself seen and heard. This is kind of like a good month for you. It's really a good month for you. So the next day on the 18th, your ruler is going to be square Jupiter. So again, communications kind of take a backseat. This is when the week kind of ramps up. All right. So then on the 20th, we have a wonderful trine between the sun and Neptune over here. So that, again, that's going to be a good kind of chance to meet a chance encounter. It could also be somebody coming back into your life. And Virgo, don't take back any exes that did you wrong. If it's one that got away and you still have feelings for them and they didn't do you dirty, I would consider probably you're going to get a message from them. However, Mars in your first house on the same day is going to be opposite Saturn in your 7th. So don't take that action to go ahead and reach out to an ex. Don't do it. There's a lesson to be learned here. Don't create any bad karma. Don't do that. The next day, the sun is going to be opposite Pluto. So again, it's challenging you again to get some perspective on a relationship. I'm telling you, Virgo, there's so many sparks flying, and you have to make yourself open to do it. If you're sitting there going, Jeff, what are you talking about? I've been single for fucking 5 years, and I'm not getting any prospects. But what are you doing about it? Are you making yourself available? Are you saying, you know what, universe, I'm ready for a relationship? This is basically July, and the beautiful weather and the vibes that are happening are going to make you want to fall in love with love again, because right now you're kind of disillusioned about it. And it's time that the veil lifts, because Neptune's also going retrograde, is already retrograde. and your your seventh house. It's all kind of connecting here with relationships and love and meeting people. If you're not making yourself available, you're not going to meet anybody. I'm sorry to tell you that. So on July 22nd, the sun moves into Leo. So now, now it's Leo season. Wow, it's time for love. However, Venus goes retrograde in your 12th house. Now, this is probably when you start to slow down. This is when that X really starts to make themselves known. Don't do it, Virgo. Only if you go back to a relationship that was meaningful for you, great. But if it was something that tore you apart, what the hell are you doing? Don't do it. So we've got the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd. And not only that, the 23rd, Mercury squares Uranus. So again, we are going to have this odds with beliefs. You probably won't believe that, oh my God, I met somebody and it was like lightning striking. You know what I mean? So just be aware of that. And then as the week progresses to the 27th, Mercury makes a beautiful conjunction with Venus, which you finally get some clarity. You may finally say, all right, you know what? I've learned my lesson this month. I'm going to open up. And then the next day, Mercury moves into Virgo, your sign. So now your ruler is in the sign it's most comfortable with. And I think this is when you say at the end of the month, I am ready for love. I'm ready to do this. And you know what? You deserve it. Just like everybody else, you deserve it. That's fantastic. Good for you, Virgo. This is a great reading. This is great energy that you can work with. But the most resistance you're going to have is with yourself because of your old beliefs and what you have to do. So this month, it's time to realize that and let that go. And Virgo, open up to love. I know that you're protecting your heart, but if you open it up and fill your heart with green, beautiful, healing light, you will let that wash away. It's time for action, and you know you can do it. And you're going to be a social butterfly this month. That vibe is going to lift you into a higher vibration, which is going to finally crack that shell on that beautiful heart of yours, and then allowing love to come into your life once again. Congratulations, Virgo. I hope this resonated with you. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I will see you in August.